It's that time to get more news that you can use with Dr. Lotus Roche and our lymphologist, the queen of the lymphatic bowel, Miss Hillary Gooding, as we talk about the art of holistic health coaching. Because after all, we just want to be healthy in a holistic way that will harm or hurt us, but help us to be all that we can be in a holistic way. So, welcome to the show, and make sure you like and share the broadcast as we get started discussing the art of holistic health coaching. Welcome to the show. Whoop whoop!
All right. Hey. Yes.
Hey,
How
Hill,
you?
what's going on?
Hey, I'm doing fabulous today. How the world are you doing?
I am doing great, and tonight we got a tough topic to tackle.
Yes,
As
I
we
said
talk
it's a tough
about,
topic to tackle too.
yes, it is. You know, the art of holistic health coaching is difficult for many people, even coaches, but even the art of living a holistic life is equally tough. So tonight, you and I are both in the hot seat as we talk about this awesome topic. So I'm super happy that I get to sit beside my awesome co-host. She is amazing. She is the queen of the lymphatic bounce. She is a pastor. She is a teacher. She's a preacher. And most importantly, she's the co-host here. And she's got a show of her own. And tonight, we are going to be in the hot seat with Hill and I talking about the art of holistic health coaching. So, Hill, I want to ask you really quickly, what's been going on with you in Chi-Town? How's everything over there?
Everything in Chi-Town is doing pretty good. You know, right now we're just trying to get this weather balanced out.
Yeah.
It's been hot one day, and in 20 minutes it's cold. You know, and then it's cold. You got to turn the heat back on, but it's all coming together. It's just that time of the year. So
Yes.
everything's cool over here in Chi-Town. What about DC?
All right. DC is okay. We had a little bit of sun the other day. It was actually quite beautiful. But today it's been mostly cloudy. Cloudy. It rained a little bit. I was out in it. It sprinkled a little bit, so I didn't melt. So it
I'm
wasn't
so glad you did
at
it.
all. So it was great. Looking for some more sunny days ahead. So
Yes.
always want them sunny days. So, and if you want some sunny days to our viewers, come on in and get in where you fit in. And don't forget, Hillary, what should they do?
Make sure that you bring a notepad and a pen, and make sure that you got if you don't have a pen, find you some pencil, crayon, whatever you can find. Make sure you're ready to take you some notes. Note takers are money makers, and note takers are change makers.
Yes, they are.
Come on in, get ready.
Yep. So tonight we're going to get started very quickly because we want to welcome each and every one of you to the show. And as you come in, let us know where you're coming in from, and go ahead and like, share, and tag somebody. Let them know that we are on the box tonight and we're hot talking about the art of holistic health coaching tonight. It's going to be right and tight tonight. So Hill, let's go ahead and get right into it. Share with our viewers a couple of the questions that we had sent to us for us to answer. So first one first, if y'all want me to put Hill in the hot seat, go ahead and put H in the comment block. Put H in the comment block so we can put her in. And we got Camille from Florida.
Hey, Camille.
With us. Hey, Camille, good to see you. Angie's with us from DC. Good to see you. So let's get Hill right in the hot seat. So Hill, let me ask you this. Why is living a healthy lifestyle so important, especially in this day and age?
Well, living a healthy lifestyle is the opposite of living an unhealthy
Ooh.
lifestyle. So right there, it's important. And,
Yes.
and, and it's important living a healthy lifestyle in all the ways that you know how, in all the ways that you can. A lot of times we don't need someone else to tell us what we need to do. We already know. So the
Yes.
thing is to incorporate some of those things we already know to do,
Yes.
and try to do it a little more every day.
Yeah.
So, and then in this day and age, it got so bad one while that the hospitals didn't have room for you anyway. They
Yep.
didn't want you in unless you were dealing with the COVID thing, so you wouldn't get sicker. So it's
Yep.
really important now. And I think
Mhm.
more people have really caught on that they realize that there are things that they could do. Sometimes they seem really small that
Yes.
actually help them to help their self, to help their health to be better. And
Yep.
that's amazing.
Yep. And Hillary, people all around the world want to be healthy, and it's just not a
Mhm.
thing here in the United States.
That's right.
And like our health and wellness talk this past week with Miss Shirley Murphy from Rogi, and that's for those of you that may not be familiar with Rogi. That's Women Reach Out with God initiative in Nigeria, Africa. We had a phenomenal talk
Yes,
this past week about health and wellness, and we had people from all around the world talking about this topic.
that's
And
true.
I got to tell you, it really stuck out to me that so many people came with so many top topics. Like we had Miss Weaver, Phyllis Weaver. She came and talked about being a superwoman and how
Mhm.
that affects us. And that was just a powerful topic. And then we had
Mhm.
Jennifer McNeil. She came in and she slammed a home run, and she talked to us about healthy living, and even after she retired, because she's a retired drill sergeant major, and she was still staying physically fit. And so this is a pervasive concept all around the world. Yet so many people are still not living their healthiest life. And I think it's oftentimes because of some of the foods we eat, because we
Mhm.
become sedentary. Many of us, there are people who have gone back to their regular jobs, and they're moving around, but still maybe not as much as we used to.
Yeah.
And also, many of us have gained a lot of weight. Hey, by the way, did I tell you I lost 11 pounds?
Oh wow, that's woo
Yes.
woo woo
Since
woo woo
yeah,
for
woo, woo,
real.
woo. Yeah,
Yeah.
since I started posting
Wait
my
a minute.
food,
Wait a
what
minute.
I'm eating, and jumping on my trampoline. Woo
Yes.
woo. So
Love
now,
it.
Hill, I got a trampoline in my bedroom and a trampoline in my kitchen. Ha!
Hey, that's good. I
Yeah, when
love
I'm
it.
waiting for my hot water for my tea or whatever, I'm on that trampoline. So, and
Make
that's
use of the
because of you,
time,
because you
huh?
introduced that. But yeah, so yeah, living healthy is really important, and we got to do it by any means necessary. So, the second question we got sent to us was, what or who inspired the importance of health? And Hill, you want to go first?
No, I would love for you to go first. How
No, she put me in the hot seat, y'all.
about
She put me in
that?
the hot seat. Give me some love. Give us some L's, y'all. Come on. So, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will. Okay. So, what or who inspired the importance of health to me? Um, my parents actually always instill the fact that it's important for us to be healthy, for us to eat well, get our fruits, vegetables, and nuts in. And I know some people say, don't be a nut, just eat nuts. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. I love
Sometimes you feel
almonds,
like a nut,
walnuts.
sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. Right? And that's not a plug for Mounds, y'all. We not being paid for that. But hey, if you want us to sponsor you, Mounds, I'm enjoy. Let us know. So my parents always made sure that with just about every meal we had a fresh salad, chock full of vegetables. My mom and dad, but especially my mom, she was really big on making sure she always had fruit available on the dining room table. And
Mm.
it was commonplace for us to do that. So I grew up thinking healthy eating. Um, and my dad, he was a Muslim minister, and he didn't allow us to consume pork growing
Mm,
up. And the fact of the matter is, again, I believe what you think about, you bring about. And if you hold true to those healthy thought processes and live them, not just think them, but assume the behavior of the healthy thoughts in your diet and in your practice of life, you just will be better. And so I have to say, my parents inspired me. And, I went in the military at a young age. And so in the military, you had to be physically fit if you was going to keep up.
yeah.
And I had played sports all through high school, um, grade school. I ran track. I played basketball. I played softball. I played football, street football with my
Wow.
cousin Sean. So it's healthy living has always been my thing. Well up until up until now, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are the people that really inspire me. My parents, and just being in the military, really, I kept inspiring myself to always try to do something healthy, whether it was eating healthy, drinking plenty of water, getting rest, making sure I ate the right foods. Yeah, because I was a vegetarian for a long time, for many, many years. Mhm. Yeah.
Hmm. See, I knew you were the one to answer that question. Good answer. Good
Yeah, thank
answer.
you.
I just learned something about you there.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna return the favor. Who inspired you about the importance of health? I know your mom, she's an apostle, great lady, and I know you're really close with her. Was it her, your dad, your brother? I mean, who was it for you?
Well, I am the closest with my mom, and I remember there was a time when she was teaching my brother and I. We were young, and she was teaching us about etiquette.
Yeah.
And I always thought, what is the world is all of this about, And but we got a chance once to a friend of hers took us all out for my birthday. We
Hmm.
went to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh my God, how old am I? But we went to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But the thing was, he took us to this really beautiful restaurant with tablecloths,
Hmm. Hmm.
and this is where we got a chance to all of those things that we were learning around the kitchen table about the
Yes.
forks, about which forks is more than one fork, and the knives and all of this stuff, and the glass, which glass. This is where it became, I think that was some of the first times of me thinking about that there's a way of things a way of doing things, and not just not just the way you is a way of doing things. That kind of was my first memory of thinking about eating
Right.
properly. Eating your salad first and this and that. But then I remember her teaching us about if certain foods go with certain foods you shouldn't eat together. And there was a period of time where she was talking about that a lot. So as she was on her journey, she was teaching me and my brother, you
Right.
know, the right things to do. And then when she would go on different health, like there was a lady that was in Chicago that was well known. I can't think of her name now, but Dick Gregory. He also went to her around
Uh-huh.
fasting and learning about herbs and all of this stuff. As
Uh-huh.
she learned, we learned. As my mother learned, we learned. And so even to this day, it's sometimes even though I might eat some things I know shouldn't go together, it's still something in the back of my head that tells me you should eat this with that, or you shouldn't eat vegetables in your what is it like where you can eat your vegetables and
Hmm.
your meat, but then you shouldn't have bread or any of the white stuff with that. If you're gonna have
Right.
your that, then you shouldn't have the meat. It's just a certain way when you learn these things,
Hmm.
they go with you through life.
Yes.
And when you set yourself to do the right things, those things that you learned that you learned previously can begin to help you today. And so those are some things that inspired me and who inspired me, yeah, early on.
Wow. So, I just, man, that's amazing. So for our viewers, can you share who inspired you to eat healthy, or did anyone inspire you?
Yeah.
And so Angie must have read my mind. She said, my mom was the inspiration. She had a garden and we had
Oh,
fresh
wow.
veggies all the time. She even made homemade baby food for my youngest sister. My mom grew up with a garden, so it's generational. And
Wow.
that's interesting. It's generational. So, Hillary, have you noticed that many of your friends that eat healthy or don't eat healthy, that one is generational? And the caveat to that is, have you noticed, and this might be for another show, that those who had the poorest of diets usually didn't live long?
Mm. I guess when I talk about when I think about I was on my job for a long time, so I've encountered a lot of people that that came in and left out,
Yeah,
and some of the ones, on at lunchtime, you get to know people just
right.
by seeing what they would bring for lunch or what they would go out and get for lunch. And
Hmm.
some people, like you said, they never thought about a vegetable or anything that was healthy. They would poo-poo that. I don't want that. They'll pass over that. And
Yes,
these are some of the same people that had a bag full of medicine that they didn't miss taking their medicine rather than just try to learn how to eat different so they can come off of some of the medicine maybe.
yes,
They didn't think like that. And when you would try to tell them, or when I would try to, share things, just in a friendly, over lunch kind of way,
uh huh,
sometimes you could tell they don't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. And some of those people, they're like you just mentioned, they not only left the job, they left this earth
yeah,
because of their unhealthy habits.
yep,
And so we're talking about healthy habits, healthy, natural, health, holistic. You're talking about natural, those things that are more natural, like foods that you get that don't have labels on them, like lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff like that. You know?
that don't have labels. I
Yeah,
like how you
yeah,
said that, because you know what? The funny thing is, Hill, is that whatever doesn't come out of the ground devoid of pesticides and things like that, guess what? It's got something in it. It's got
got
some
something in it.
to preserve it, or to make it more appealing. Like, they put wax on apples. Did you know that?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I
And
did.
it's sad because you know um it doesn't have to be, but we are sight driven. So our viewers, if you are sight driven, in that when you see an apple pie, a tasty apple pie, now he'll know I like apple pie.
Hey,
The
I ain't
taste,
mad at nobody like an apple pie either.
and you see an apple pie and it's all glazed over and it looks all tasty, does that attract you? Or does an apple pie that's not glazed over, but there's a disclaimer on the bottom that says this apple pie is exactly the same as that apple pie, the picture just looked different? Which apple pie do you go for? Now remember, the apple pies are the same, but the pictures just look different. So which apple pie do you go for?
Yeah, it's amazing. And they know that we're sight driven.
Yes.
You know, that's just like my mother and I. We laugh so hard every time we talk. Now we talking about I kind of talking about being sight driven. We went to Chattanooga, Tennessee. We drove there for a conference, and the thing was the conference would end late, like
Mhm.
11 o'clock at night. The only thing that was open was the fast food restaurant. I so
Mhm.
want to give the name of it, but I won't. So they sold these
Mhm.
sandwiches, right? On the picture, the sandwich looked all like this high,
Delicious. Yes.
you know, cheese and stuff melting all out of it. And ooh, this would be so good after this long day at this meeting. to take back to the hotel. And so the first time we ordered our little sandwiches, something to drink, we got back to the hotel. When we went in that bag and pulled this flat sandwich out, I mean, it was flat like this. We had to open it up and say, "Where's the meat? Where's the meat?"
That's a commercial. Wendy's or somebody used to say, "Where's the beef?" Yeah.
Oh, we laughed and we laughed and we laughed. And whenever I bring that story up, it makes me laugh all over again because we're sight driven. I wanted to, and the next time, and the next night, it's the only thing open. I drove back through and I said, "Listen, I want a sandwich like the one on the picture." And
Yes.
of course, we got flat sandwiches still again. So yes, we are. They know what to do to get you in, get your mouth salivating.
Yes. So we got a few comments. I wanna go ahead and take a few of the comments, and then I wanted us to kind of move and talk about a couple of different things that we have, but in connection with what we said about site driven. So what did Angie say?
She said, "I grew up with great homemade meals, which inspired me to make meals at home," and that's wonderful.
What did Dr. Selena Pinashimo say?
I was so pitifully skinny that all they wanted to do is put weight on me. Oh wow!
So if you were skinny and they wanted to put weight on you, go ahead and put a number 1 in the comment block. And I'm putting a number 1 in the comment block for myself, because when I was a little baby, I was kind of fat and my head was big, and my mother would sit me on the couch and my head would fall right over. But as I grew, people would like say to me, "You need to eat. You need to put some food on some meat on your bones." So
Yeah.
who else do we have?
Dr. Margaret is with us. She said, "Hello from San Antonio, Texas." Dr. Margaret Orange Juice Fournier. Hey, nice to see
San
you tonight.
Antonio, Texas. Woo,
Yes.
woo. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so
I was skinny. They used to call me long, tall, and slanky. Long, tall, and lanky.
long, tall, and lanky. I love it.
Yeah.
So what I found out was that we are, like we said, we are site driven. And a lot of times we don't really understand that if we're going to focus on holistic health, we have to take control over our impulses.
Yeah.
Just like when you go into various stores, at the counter, there's always these things that they put, and they're basically impulse buys. Okay. And the impulse buys are there deliberately to help you buy stuff that you don't need. So,
right.
with that being said, I want to kind of touch on that because somebody sent us this question: what is holistic health? Hill, you want to jump on that one, and then I'll come right behind you.
Okay, so holistic health is, we're talking about health based on trying to eat as natural as possible. You want to be able to help your body to help itself. And it doesn't take that much to help the body, as far as eating more fresh fruits and vegetables, incorporating that into your daily life, because there are some people who have caused their bodies to begin to start a healing process because they turned around their food choices. They changed their food choices and began to say, "You know what, I can help my body myself by the choices I make." And so holistic, to me is you want to use go to back to God. You want to go back to the earth, and that's meaning you're going to do things that are more fresh, more natural. That's not all like we talked about a little bit with pesticides, those things that are so have so much chemicals in them until it turns into something that's totally not natural, something that your body is going to reject in some kind of way, and it comes up in different kind of conditions that can begin to happen in your body by putting so much unnatural things in there. And so, yeah, I believe when you say holistic, automatically I think about things that are natural, things that are God given, that man tries to recreate.
Exactly.
So,
Awesome. And so I totally agree with you. And before we take a quick break, I wanted to share this with you guys, and then we're going to hear a word from one of the doctors, who is an iridologist. We're going to cut to a quick commercial from him, and he's going to talk about holistic health, really, but he's talking about iridology. But he does talk about the fact that if you eat healthy, you have to be healthy. And so I wanted to share, as far as our question, what is holistic um, health, I wanted to share this article that I came across by Roger Williams University, and it's called Dimensions of Health. And Dimensions of Health says that there are five main aspects of personal health. And the five main aspects of personal health or holistic health, basically, it's about caring for the whole person, providing for your physical, mental, spiritual, and social needs. And it's rooted in the understanding that all these aspects affect your health. So let's really look at what they're saying. They're saying that, if in order to be considered well, it's imperative for none of these areas to be neglected. So
true.
you got to really feed each part of your existence: the
Mhm.
physical part of you, the emotional, the social, the spiritual, and the intellectual, because those are the dimensions of wellness. And yet, the thing that we talk about frequently on this show is that things affect us on a cellular level. So if things affect us on a cellular level and we want to be healthy, we have to start with what we do in our body.
Mhm.
And quite naturally, the dimensions of wellness also breaks it down and talks to us about that. And Hill, let's just knock it off. So physically, it says exercise, even walk 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, will greatly improve your health. And
Yes.
Hillary has us bouncing. She's got people all around the world bouncing on our trampoline. Why? Because even NASA uses bouncing
Mhm.
for their astronauts. And
Yeah.
Hillary, why is it so important for us to get some type of exercise in? And I think you said we don't even have to bounce on the trampoline that long.
Yeah. Three to, you know what? Actually, you can get on there and bounce 15 seconds, and that's going to help your body.
Yep.
It's going to help you.
That's
So
awesome.
if you can do up to a minute, if you feel like, oh man, I'm too in too much pain,
Mhm.
do 15 seconds, get off,
Yeah.
wait 15 minutes, get back on for 15 more seconds. I mean, it's a way to do it. It's almost like taking an antibiotic. They
Yep.
tell you take this antibiotic for 7 days.
Yep.
Don't miss a day. I call my trampoline sometimes my antibiotic, you know, because I
Yeah.
know it's going to help my health. Not only is it fun to do, not only do I feel more energetic, but it's helping my body to help itself. And I love that.
Exactly.
It just needs a little help from me.
Yep.
Whether if you don't have a bouncer, you do you some jumping jacks, raise up on your heels, standing up, take that walk. We didn't say you have to go for a fast walk. Just
Yep.
go move your body is the whole thing.
Yep.
God made our bodies to move. And like
Yep.
you mentioned earlier, Lotus, about we live a more sedentary life,
Mhm.
because everything we can do is right handheld, and we can
Exactly.
make world changes right
Yep.
in the palm of our hand or right at our fingertips. And we never
Exactly.
have to move our butts. But we
Yep.
need to move our butts in order to move our feet so we can move our whole bodies.
Amen. I agree. And it also says in the physical realm, we need to eat healthy foods. We need to avoid fried foods and soft drinks. processed meats and sweets. And now I would venture to say, because I know me, I don't totally avoid sweets, but we know processed sugar is not good for our bodies.
Mhm.
And so maybe you and I can do a round table in the next couple of weeks of some great foods that we can suggest to people that are all natural, even camel.
Mhm.
This is a powder made from a superfruit, Amazonian fruit, superfruit. And this has 682 milligrams of vitamin C in it.
What
And
is
it's
that
all
again?
natural, camel.
Hmm. Never
Yep.
heard.
And no, I'm not being paid to say this, but I actually use it myself. You can sprinkle it on your salads. You can put it in drinks. There's a myriad of things you can do. And so, again, it drives us back to our foods. And it says don't skip meals, especially breakfast. It slows down your metabolic rate and can cause weight gain. And so, a lot of times people, they say they're going to diet, but what they fail to realize is some of that dieting isn't really causing them to lose weight. It's causing them to gain weight because their metabolic rate has changed. And then avoid heavy episodic drinking and drug use. No more than 5 drinks in one setting for men and 4 for women. Don't play drinking games and space drinks over time, altering with a glass of water. And so, what I would say to all of that is it's really about choices. It's about the choice you make. It's about what you want to do with your body. And so we're going to take a quick break and we're going to let you hear it from one of the doctors, a holistic doctor that knows all about holistic living. We'll be right back.
Go back in life in retrospect. Think about when you were younger. When you were younger, there were some things that meant a lot to you, things that you wanted to do, and you would do whatever you can to get it because it meant that much to you. We had some quick fix remedies, and you never went to the doctors.
You are what you eat. If you eat healthy, you have to be healthy. Cause, effect, action, reaction. Put healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, the earth, water. Put the earth inside your body metabolizes natural positive energy. You will thrive.
Iridology is amazing. Iridology, you're being diagnosed through your own eyes. Your brain records everything. You hit your knee, it hurt. Your brain recorded it. When you were born, there was trauma. Your brain recorded it. The eye is a window to everything going on to your body. Where do we go when we're sick? We go back home. Home. Home, a house. There's safety. There's healing. The earth.
You should come and listen, Brett. You can change your diet.
I created a drink that you could just drink this in the morning.
Does it taste good?
It tastes great. Try and get past the color. It's green.
I'm okay with green.
Health as well. That's right. There you go.
Paging Dr. Lamar Price. Paging Dr. Lamar Price.
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So if you want to connect with Dr. Price, there's his phone number right there. You can contact him directly, and your health is your wealth. So with that being said, Hill, let's jump right into our next question. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take some remarks from our viewers, because we're always happy to see our viewers. Dr. Selena Pinashimo said, they used to call me chicken poop. Who else do we have, Hillary?
Yeah, Yamaja. Hello, beautiful, bodacious, brilliant, bad ass, a lady. She got my meal.
And she said, move your butt so you can move your body.
There you
That's
go.
right.
There you go. That's it.
What is Angie saying?
She said, I love bouncing so much that I have my mini trampoline in the kitchen. I take advantage of bouncing while waiting for water to boil for tea. Just a simple bounce of 1, 2, or even 3 to 5 minutes at a time makes
Yes.
a world of difference to your body.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And so we're going to jump right into, I would like to know, I don't know about you, Hill, but what do you think? I would like to know from our viewers, what are they doing each day
Yeah.
to get their exercise? And I know somebody out there right now, she walking, she hugged the trees. So I know that person, who that is, and they might even put it in the comment. But what are you all doing to bring about a change in your body? What are you
Yes.
doing to bring about a change? So we're going to give you guys a couple of minutes, or not minutes, but we're going to give you about 30
10
good
seconds.
seconds to put it in the comment. What are you doing to help your body to get your butts moving? What did she say? Let me,
You got
I
to
want to
move
go
your
back
butt
to
to move your body.
move your butt to move your body. We want to know how you moving your butt to move your body. You got 30 seconds. Let us know. What are you doing to move your butt so you can move your body? You got 20 seconds, 19, 18, 17, 16 seconds. Let us know while we're here on the show. What are you doing? We want to know. All right, and we want to thank you, beloved. We thank
Yes.
you for that question in that comment. We greatly appreciate it. Who do we have just made a comment?
Brenda Noble says, drink more water and walk around the tennis court. Yes.
Oh, awesome. Yes, drinking more water, because what does drinking more water do for folks?
Well, it helps to reduce inflammation, one thing.
Got
Yeah.
that right. And I'm going to drink some water, but what kind of water should they be drinking?
They should be drinking. They should be drinking water that's got full of hydrogen gas.
That's right.
Because
Hydrogen
and
gas.
you may say, oh, that sounds, oh, but listen, water is hydrogen and oxygen. That's what water is. So then this water just got more hydrogen in it than your regular tap water. And
That's
you'll
right.
be able to reap the benefits of that.
Yep.
Amazing benefits for your
I love
health.
it. I love it. And Angie says that bouncing on the trampoline and 100 daily squats. And she also does something called 100 abs. That's a part of I think, the squat regimen. And what's Dr. Selena Pinashimo saying?
Heavy house organizing, yard work, gardening, and walking. All of
Mm-hmm.
that is about moving your body, and making like you say, gardening. And you think about gardening, you got to bend down, you got to squat, just allowing your body to move. That's what God intended for. He didn't know we would, well, he knew it, but he said, oh, wow, you all going around here just sitting and sitting and sitting. I got to get Hillary out there, get her
Yep.
on the trampoline, get Lotus and other folks out here doing something. The walkologist, I call her the walkologist, Mr. Jen.
Yeah. 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 So, I got to tell you a little new thing that I'm doing. I'm skipping. I got that from the Queen of the Lymphatic
Oh my
Balance.
God.
Yes, I'm skipping. And it's so funny because when you skip, how many of y'all have skipped in the past 6 months?
Come
If
on
you
now.
have skipped in the past 6 months, put a 5. Put a 5 in the comment. If you skipped, and when you skipped, how did it make you feel? Did you
Right.
start laughing? Did you smile? What happened? Because it's about moving your butts to get your body in motion and your mind. I saw you
Mhm.
pointing, Hill. I
Yeah.
saw you pointing.
Yeah.
So
That skipping, it turns out that it's affecting your physical, it's affecting your emotional self, and it's affecting your mental self. And
yep,
what other kind of self we got? It's affecting your whole everything.
your whole everything. Right.
Your whole everything. Just
Exactly.
for something that's so simple, like Dr. Price said, How did you feel when you were younger? When you skipped as a child, you just felt good. You felt,
Yep.
you felt alive, and it was fun. And it's the same thing. It's going to trigger all those same things even today. That's what we found out, right?
Exactly. And so
Skipping
in
is
that
holistic.
100 abs is doing 10 reps of 10 core exercises, even on my bed, standing, sitting, or lying down, and no sit-ups. Wow. What do you mind just say?
5, childlike. Exactly. That skipping is childlike.
Yes,
And
it's
it's just,
taking us back.
returning to the basic. Sometimes
Exactly.
we figure we too old to act like that. We
Yep.
better start acting like some of that.
Exactly. Because after all, if you look, when we come into this world, we are a child. When we
Yeah.
exit this world, guess what? Our hair usually fall out. Our teeth usually fall out. Right? We're kind of returning back almost from whence we came. So why should we not
When I
resort back
think,
to those things that used to make
yeah,
us feel so good?
when I think about bouncing, when you think about bouncing, one of the things like a baby or a child, small child, when they start crying, what do? You
Yep.
put
You
them in your
bounce on
arms
your knee.
and you start bouncing them, and they start saying, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," they feel it all good. You put them on your knee and you bounce them. I remember grandma bouncing on the knee,
Yep.
and it quiet all that crying. Bouncing
Yep.
will help you today.
Yep.
It'll
It
help you
sure
today,
will.
for
It
real.
sure will. And it actually takes us into our other question that we had sent into us. Uh, what is the purpose of holistic health coaching? Basically, to help what you said, Hill, the whole what?
The whole everything.
The whole everything.
The whole
The whole
everything.
everything. Somebody put that in the comments. The whole everything.
That's right.
That's right.
If you
It
do it right, it's going to help you in more ways than one.
exactly right.
Hmm.
And you got to have fun while you're doing it. You got to have fun while you're doing it. And so here's the key. A lot of times people need coaching in that area. They need someone to help them get their body straight. Sometimes they just need somebody to help them with, their lymphatic system or what have you. So we take a quick break and we're going to come back. And I want you guys to tell us, what is the purpose of holistic health in your
Yeah.
life? In your life. We'll be right back.
Hi, busy women leaders. I'm talking to you. Are you juggling your family, your business, your career, and your health? Afraid that if just one ball drops to the ground, everything could fall apart because everybody's looking at you. You're stressed and overwhelmed. You're looking for answers, for help that's real help, for solutions. I have Vibrant Life Solutions that can help you. I am Hillary Gooden, the Vibrant Life Coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to reduce stress and anxiety while increasing energy, clarity of mind, better sleep, better health, and vitality. Oh yeah, and boost your immunity. If you're ready for that, you say, I need that in my life right now. Let's connect. You can reach me at www.hillarygooden.com. You can direct message me on Facebook or LinkedIn at Hillary Gooden. Or else if you would like to get on a free 20-minute strategy call, a clarity call, go to bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. That's bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. I absolutely believe you got the power to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life.
The moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Tap In is here, and it's time to grab your copy, featuring powerfully amazing women to follow in 2021 and beyond. It's your time to elevate, recreate, and celebrate your brilliance. This is the global magazine for you to get tapped into and experience powerful stories about finance, health, wellness, business, global networking, bossing on social media, tragedy, triumphs, and much, much more. It's your time to open the door to your future and get tapped in with women all around the globe who are ready to network and let you do your work to bring your business up to the next level. So come on in and get your tap in today. It's your time to shine and share your story with the world and encourage every woman, man, boy, and girl to get tapped in to tap in. Be featured now.
So
All right, get tapped in to tap in. I love it. And if you want to tap in and get your next video done, make sure you go on over and see Lotus and get noticed. And Lotus Rashay Nice will help you do it, and you won't have to think twice because it's going to be right and tight. So with that being said, we got, I think, one more question. Yeah, we got two more questions. So let's get right to it. What are your greatest health achievements milestones?
okay. For me, one of the first things is when I decided. I can't. When I decided. Sorry for that. When I decided to, when my doctor told me that I was going to have to just be on the inhaler for the rest of my life. I'll never forget that day. The way she looked at me, I didn't even know what to do with it. But that's when I decided I'm going to find out what is out here that's natural. Yep. What is it that I can do? I always say that to people because that's what led me and started me.
Yep.
Journey, my journey about this chronic cough. It's got to be something I can do besides getting on the inhaler for the rest of my life. And so when I made that decision, I have come across so many different health protocols, so many different things that you can do that are easy, natural, and drug-free. Yes. That it just amazes me. And I've tried so many things. Before I tell anybody, I try it myself. And then I'll share it with whoever's willing to hear it. Whoever really wants help that's real help. Because sometimes people don't really want help that's real help. They want the route where they just fix me now. And actually it's not fixing you now, it's just taking care of the symptom right now.
Right. It's like a Band-Aid, you know. It's not gonna help you, and more than likely it's gonna hurt you. And I say that because a lot of times when people give us this Band-Aid, what happens is that they're giving us all these other chemicals. For one thing, you guys know when you hear something, they'll say, well, take this if you haven't I don't know, cancer, or if you're having something else, take chemo and it'll cause you maybe to die quicker, or it's going to give you runny boo boo. or something like that. And then, but for the runny boo boo, we're going to give you something else. It may make you feel nauseous, so we're going to give you some Finagrin. But if that don't work, or that makes you feel this way, we're going to give you something else. And you're right, Hillary. It's just something that is just, it's an on and on and on thing.
Yeah.
And it really makes you sick and tired.
Mm-hmm.
Sick and
Yeah.
tired. So for me, I think one of the biggest things that has been one of my greatest health achievements and milestones is I've really trickled so far back from um, beef. I don't hardly ever
Mm.
eat beef. And those that know me and know me well, they know I was a steak girl. And if I go somewhere, I'm going to steak. Me and my big sister Donna down in Douglasville, Georgia. We would go to Atlanta. We both were season ticket holders for the Hawks. And on basketball night, now we worked hard, but we played hard. Basketball night, we go to the arena. We go to our favorite spot at the arena and get us a steak with mushrooms, asparagus, and all that. But you know what?
Yeah.
I don't knock steak for nobody. But for me, it's just beef is almost non-existent in my diet. And I say almost because I don't really remember the last time that I had a steak. And y'all
Mm-hmm.
know I make a mean pot of oxtails, but I haven't made oxtails in God knows when. But I did bake some biscuits last night. um, Homemade biscuits. But for me, that was an achievement because I used to be a vegetarian many, many moons ago. And it really helped me. I was telling Hillary earlier, I lost 11 pounds in the past
Yes. Another
month.
hand clap.
I started to make some changes. And I'm feeling better. I said I was gonna whittle the middle, and the whittle is middle. The middle is whittling. And so that's
Good.
one of my big milestone achievements. And I wanted to jump right to this. You might just say, what she say, Hill?
No, you said.
She said, now with all the aging, you know what? She said a poem in her book, Soul to Soul. And if you missed us last Friday, her and the remarkable goddess of soul, Miss Martha High, was on the show, and they
Yes.
came in, and man, they just went in.
Yes.
And we had a wonderful time as we debuted their book here on this show. Now they've been on other shows and they've done some other things, and they've talked about their books. But on this show, she blessed us to really get it like out on this show. So I'm so thankful. So get that book, the Soul to Soul book, because the aging thing, we can age gracefully,
Mm-hmm.
or we can age.
Get old.
Yeah, and it's really all about what we put in our body,
Yeah.
the whole everything.
The whole everything.
And we asked some of you, what is it that you are trying to do, and what milestones? And Yamaja says to have a balance, peace, and inner joy. And she said, "Great commercial, Hillary."
Oh, thank you. Well,
What
you know, it was done by Lotus and her team. They did an awesome job.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
But you did great too, because you sent it to us, so you made our job easy. I don't know how many takes you had to do.
I'll
But
tell you, listen, folks, if you ever try to do it and they say, well, you know what, just give me a 30-second spot and it turns into 2 minutes, that's one thing. But when they say just send it to me right away, and you look up and you've done it about 30 times, because every time, right almost to the end, you mess up, you do it again and again. Oh my God. I appreciate now when I see commercials and I see people doing their commercials. I just, my head is off to them because it can be challenging.
yes. Thank you, Yamaja, for saying so.
Thank
And what
you.
is Angie saying?
Congratulations on your weight loss. That's to you. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. I gotta tell you, I felt so good. Thanks, Angie. I felt so good um when I got on that scale,
So
and
that's how you celebrated with the biscuits.
what? So so that leads us into this. What are your current health goals? My current health goal is to lose 10 more pounds.
Yes.
Um, to lose 10 more pounds. And once I lose the 10 more pounds, I'm coming back. We're gonna do a show, how I did it. And we have Angela Elting. She's the owner of Rugged Wellness. She's gonna be doing some great webinars. Some are gonna be free, and some are, of course, gonna be paid. But she's gonna be doing some great webinars, and hopefully, we're gonna feature our lymphatic bounce queen
Yeah, yeah.
on the trampoline, because we really are bringing inspiration to every nation, because we are here to just get the message out, so that if people want to just live a healthier life, and just because you thin don't mean that you're healthy either.
That's
So
true.
that's
So
the
true.
thing. But that's my current health goals. So what are your health goals? Put it in the comment block below. And Hill, what's your current health goal?
My current health goal, I need to lose some weight, but I need to tone up.
Tone.
And so tone up. So I need to be doing some of those squats
Yeah.
and ab things, that ab stuff that
Yeah.
Angie's talking about, because
And
that's
did you
kind of
know,
a current health goal for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
the proper way to do a squat. So maybe we can, like when you come up, you're supposed to tighten the glutes up. You
Yeah.
go down and then you tighten the glutes up, you know, and a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just think that they can do like this, and there's a technique to it too. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to join her webinar event, because I really want to continue to tighten up. My only saving grace is that I developed a lot of muscle as a younger woman. I've always
Mhm.
worked out and played sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you, it's a long road back,
Hmm.
and you got an invite.
Hey, I'm up for the challenge for real, because
Awesome.
I'm all about help, that's real help, and knowing that I have to be part of that help when I'm talking about helping my body.
Yep.
Because I know that your body says, I know what to do with the
Yes.
help that you give
Yes.
me. If you drink a
Yes.
little more water every day, I know what to do with that. You
Yes.
move your body, I know what to do with that. You eat
Exactly.
those vegetables, and even fresh vegetables, and some more nuts and seeds, I know what to do with that. If you smile more, I know what to do with that. If you sleep a little more, I know what to do with that. But if you don't help me, it's gonna be hard for me to help you.
Yep.
I'm just trying
Amen.
to help you survive.
Amen.
You
That's
know?
fine. That's fine right there.
Yeah,
Exactly. And Hill and I, we've been talking about this. We just try to put out information, because truly it's news that you could use to help yourself survive and thrive. And speaking of surviving and thriving, and people supporting you, and you supporting other people, I want to just touch on something that one of my associates did. Everyone questions their own sanity. Masters question your answer. This is from the guru, Hakeem, the guru, Elijah Hakeem. He has his show called The Front Room, and it's amazing. And I'm one of the ad sponsors there. So go on over to Hakeem's page. He's amazing. You'll love him. I'll have him on the Ignite show soon. And just want to say thank you, Hakeem. I am happy to be one of the sponsors for your show, and also to Nurses Ball that's coming up. I'm one of the proud sponsors for the Nurses Ball. Those of you that want to help sponsor the Nurses Ball, just connect with me or connect with Dana Lee Hines on Facebook, and just connect with us, and we'll be happy to get you going, because after all, this is the year of the nurse. This is the year of the nurse. And
yeah,
also we have another event coming up, and Hill and I are doing a lot of things when it comes to helping people worldwide. We just did a health thing this past weekend. Hill, you want to tell them a little bit about what that was, and kind of then we can go on to the upcoming event that we're having.
Yes, the what was it called? The Mental Health and Healthy Living Talk,
Yep.
and it was sponsored by Rogi. You would have to give me that acronym again, but it by the
Women
host.
Reach Out with God Initiative. Yep.
Yes. So the founder, Shirley Murphy of Nigeria, along with the co-founder, Lotus Richey, they put together this talk, and I was one of the speakers. And so I spoke on
Rocked it.
healthy living and 5 easy steps
Yep.
five
Rocked
easy
it.
steps to toward your healthy living. And so it was really, really good. We talked about mental health, because
Yep.
more people are talking about mental health than ever before, and that's a good thing. Because
Yep.
for so long there was such a stigma,
Yep.
especially amongst people of color. They didn't want to talk about that. They didn't want that to touch them, and yet it was touching them, touching
Exactly.
us. And so that was it was really good all the way around. All the speakers came through. We were talking about the same thing, but from different avenues. I
Aspects.
loved it.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and I'll try to bring up the flyer if I can. But also, don't hesitate to jump in on August 20th through the 22nd in Branson, Missouri, where our great friend Jill Jacobs Reynolds is hosting her live conference on hope, health, and healing. It's going to be phenomenal, and Hillary Gooden is also going to be speaking there. I'll also be there. It's going to be amazing. Again, this is the time where Brave Heart Workshop, they're coming together to really pull this thing in on hope, health, and healing. And don't forget, go there. You can go right to this page if you want to be one of the speakers. I don't know if everything locked out by now, but if you want to be one of the speakers or the participants, go right to her page and check her out and just get on board if you can. Hold on. I see that we were out of the we were out of the screen. But yeah, jump on board. You're gonna have a great time. And so I also want to show this that we have coming up as well. And let me take that down so they won't be all into your messages. But hold on, I got us on the other screen as well. Here, I got
Okay.
us, baby. I got us right here. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right thing. Okay, there we go. So make sure
Oh,
you
okay.
join us there. So Hill, you want to tell them about the Family Pioneers?
Yeah, so we have this event coming up. It's called the Family Pioneers Conference. It's a virtual conference via Zoom. It's going to be May 15th, Saturday, May 15th, from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 12 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. And it's all about, we're asking the question and answering this question: are you the first in your family to answer the call to ministry and or business? Because we realize that being the first, Apostle Christine Good, being the first in her family to answer the call to ministry has afforded her a lot of learning and lessons. And with learning and lessons, you learn through tribulations and hard things that happen, especially when you're the first one making the way and pushing back those boundaries for your family, for all of those that would come in the next generations to follow you.
Yep.
That's what this is all about. So we're going to have speakers on that are sharing their stories as being the first in their families, whether it's ministry or business. And then when you're a Christian and you're in ministry, in business, it's a ministry. And
Yes.
so it's going to be exciting to hear those stories being told, just to know if you're called and you're on the fence about answering this call because you know that it may be hard. No one in your family has ever done anything like this before.
Right.
This is for you, so that
Exactly.
you can be encouraged, admonished to take on that call and to take it on powerfully, because when you do, God will be with you. And no matter how hard it gets, He's going to see you through. And it's all about making a way for those that are going to come behind you as well. So it's going to be a great time of refreshing and restoration. to keep on keeping on. So there's going to be May 15th. It's a Saturday, and it's going to be from 11 to 3. There's a registration to register, $25 per person. You go to bit.ly/pioneers 2021. bit.ly/pioneers 2021, where you can register for the event. And we will have a free gift for all those that register. So thank you, Lotus, for this opportunity to talk about it.
Thank you so much. And I hope I got that right. I think, hold on, it's BITLY, or is it BIT dot?
BIT, then it's all lowercase because it is case
Okay.
sensitive. So it's
Okay.
bit.ly/pioneers 2021, all lowercase.
All right, fantastic. And with that being said, we hope you join the Pioneers. And for one of our great friends, she is a amazing, amazing woman, and she's a great friend of mine. And she is the host of a phenomenal show in her own right. My wonderful friend, who's become a sister to me. Uh, Tonight, she is in our prayers as we close um, with these words of love and condolences for our dear friend, Miss Kim Jacobs, at the loss of her father. Um,
Oh,
Love you, Kim Jacobs, and condolences to you
yes,
and the family. We greatly appreciate you. Feel free to love on Kim Jacobs, because Kim Jacobs has such a heart of gold, and she's a phenomenal lady. And I'm just sending you love and light, Kim. So
amen.
we love you. So with that being said, Hill,
Yes,
go
yes,
ahead,
yes,
hit him with the words of wisdom. Hit him with the words of wisdom before we jump on out.
yes. Tonight we talked about the art of holistic coaching. And it's all about helping you to help your body help you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life, so that you can live a more vibrant life, so that you can make a difference. Because when you learn knowledge, our hope is that you share that knowledge, and that you will share it, especially to those you know and love. You say we perish because of a lack of knowledge. But when we gain that knowledge, please do share it. Please do share it, because that's how the word gets out. That's how people that we know in our realm, wherever your realm is, you want to reach them with truth. You want to reach them with those things that are easy, natural, and drug free that they can do that will make a difference in their lives. And if you need coaching, you need support, accountability. You have people like myself, people like Lotus that can help you to have that support and accountability so that you can keep moving forward, so that you don't have to be stuck. There is help that is real help. So we admonish you to start the process, and then know that there's help with the process.
Yes, I love it. She came in and she did that, didn't she? She came in and she dropped that. She dropped the mic on that. So my words of wisdom to each and every one of you, and thank you, Hillary, for always being a great co-host. I really appreciate it. And
I
make
love it.
sure y'all check her out on her show, Get Acquainted. And Hillary, you left out some stuff. You ain't gonna tell the folks,
Ah,
what's
we
up?
were talking about the flyer. Well, every Tuesday you can reach me, follow me, be with me on the Vibrant Good Health Show. That's where I'm bouncing on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursday nights, I always have a guest on my Let's Get Acquainted show. This is the month of May. We know that this is it's all about Mother's Day, but it's also the national month of recommitment. So join me every Thursday for Let's Get Acquainted, for the different guests that I'm going to have on, that will be discussing this whole theme of recommitment. Thank you.
Awesome. So, thanks, Hill. See, y'all, she be on point. So, with that being said, my final words of wisdom are these: do for yourself what no one else can do for you. And that's to take care of the one life that God has given you. Take care of your body, take care of your life, and keep it right and tight as you focus on the art of holistic health in your life. And so don't forget, if you want to support the show, go ahead and hit us up. You can hit us up at Zelle, lotusrichet@yahoo.com, PayPal, paypalme.com, or Cash App. But however you do it, we thank you and we appreciate you. And don't forget to go ahead and hit Hillary up on her Vibrant Life show as well. Make sure you check her out and you make sure you support her on that show as well as News You Can Use. And make sure when you come on, everybody, when we ask you for your size, the shirt that you wear, make sure that you let us know, because who knows, you might get a News You Can Use shirt at a house not near you, but to your house. And so thank you for everybody that's coming in with the condolences to Miss Kim Jacobs. Thank you so much. Dr. Nala Baraki, thank you so much. Condolences to you and your family. So sorry for your loss. Thank you so much. So with no further ado, we're going to say, mwah, we love you guys and gals.
All
and
right,
thank you
all
for
right.
joining us tonight for the art of holistic coaching, because after all, gotta tell you, there's no life like the one life that you have. And as we sign out, we going right into a simple good night. We're gonna let Yamija Jubilee from our show on Friday close us out.
Good night, everyone.
Yamija Jubilee was with us last week, talking about soul to soul. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
When I think of you,
this
Miss
evening.
Hyde, this is Imaja Jubilee, beloved, the soulful poet. When I think of you, I think of love, a multi-talented and multifaceted being. I love you because you and I together are in the symphony, the sisterhood, a sisterhood symphony. Thank you so much for being who you are and allowing me to be a part of your life. So happy, joyful, and blissful Born Day.
Get her new book, Soul to Soul. Thank you and good night. See you on Friday with more news.